Good morning. This is the first day that I've been able to leave the house for my morning walk in shorts and a t-shirt. And today I picked Black Sabbath, very important. So though I'm starting off my walk in the same direction I did yesterday, I did think of a new neighborhood that I can go into that I'm not even sure I've ever walked it. But it's a new neighborhood. We're going to go down into the main Woodland Hills, kind of the original settlement area, shall I say? We'll talk about it when I get down there. I was just thinking a couple minutes ago how cool it would be to come across a coyote and film a coyote, and I'm walking along and I see up on top of the ridge a coyote, but I couldn't get the camera out in time in order to focus on it before he dropped on the other side of the ridge. Yeah, he was right up there, just sniffing along and looking for some breakfast. Coyotes are so smart. You know, I mean, they're in the same family as dogs, and we all know how smart dogs are. Well, coyotes, man, they're so adaptable. They're everywhere. They're in the big cities and all across the United States, all across North America for that matter. They are everywhere, and they just know how to survive, I tell you. And, you know, so my buddy, he lives outside of Reno, Nevada, about 12 miles down a dirt road, and he has dogs that run on his 40 acres. Well, coyotes, what they'll do is they will try to separate one of the dogs by itself, and they'll circle around back behind to try to get to the dogs. Luckily, his dogs are just as smarter than the coyotes, so he's never had a real problem. There's been a couple tussles, I think, but nothing too serious. So the neighborhood I'm in right now, these are the streets that are perpendicular to Topanga Canyon, and it's just north of where Topanga comes out of the Santa Monica Mountains. So it comes down into kind of a flat area, and originally, a guy by the name of Gerard, he developed this area and subdivided it into little lots. I guess some people built little cabins on them and stuff like that, but obviously most of those are gone. We'll try to see if we can find an original house. I know there's a couple in here, but interesting little area. Okay, we just took our lives in our hands by crossing Topanga Canyon Boulevard during morning rush hour, but luckily there was a crosswalk there with a light. So surprisingly, all of these California drivers actually stopped for me. I gave them a peace sign though. So we are now in a new part, a new walk area for us. We haven't been in here before, so we're looking for some trees, and we're looking for things that might be of interest as I walk through. Hi, Mr. Squirrel in the redwood tree. Oh, I moved, so off you go. Look at that. That's just actually a pretty decent sized redwood tree. And it's in good shape too. There are some brown tips, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape. I used to have redwoods in my backyard, and they just don't thrive here. They survive, but they don't thrive. This is probably 40-50 feet tall, something like that. Best subs in Woodland Hills, Creekas. Okay, look what I found in front of somebody's yard. Isn't this amazing? Somebody's really put a lot of time and effort into this. Nice job, neighbor. Look at that. Isn't that great? There's a little more over there. Oh, there's even a little guy in there. Huh. And then some beautiful flowers over here. Oh, there's something else underneath the tree. Wow, what a great little yard. I like it. These flowers are beautiful. Nice job, neighbor. Sure, they have to come out on a regular basis and kind of clean up the weeds and everything on that. That's great. Made a nice little addition to our walk today, didn't it? Yeah, so I'm looking for fruit trees and I'm just not seeing a lot, though I did see a really great loquat tree, so I'm having a little breakfast this morning. I'm on a street I've never been on before, so I have no idea where I'm at. Let's see what we can see. I found one of the original houses. Not going to be too obvious filming it, but this little house was built in 1929. I'm sure it didn't look like that when it was built in 1929, but I would guess most of these homes in here were probably built in the 50s to house all of our veterans coming back from World War II. Most of the San Fernando Valley was built up in the early to mid 50s, I would say. You know, there was a huge need for housing for all the guys coming back from World War II. Somebody posted a meme yesterday. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'll kind of paraphrase a little bit. And they said back in the 1970s, your parents bought a home for $78,000, which in today's dollars would be about $202,000. And that same home today was something like 2.1 million or something like that. And the poster said, yeah, it's not that we're delaying getting married until we're in our 30s. It's the fact that housing prices have gone so far out of control. Okay, I'm officially lost. I do not know where this road goes, and it's going up a hill, and it's getting warm, and I've already walked 2.14 miles. Not so sure I want to keep going in this direction. Let's take a look at Google Maps, shall we? Okay, Google Maps told me I can come up here and hang a right and then circle back around. But of course, there's a nice big hill. Oh, look at the size of these agaves. These guys are huge. And some beautiful bougainvillea. Oh, those are really bright, aren't they? You ever run across someone and you're absolutely certain you know who the person is, but it's out of context, and you're just like, God, who is that person? They're so familiar to me. Well, that happened yesterday, and it just happened just now. I'm on a street that I've never been on before, and I passed this young woman walking with her baby in a baby carriage, and oh man, she looked so familiar. But I actually think she was probably an actress or something like that. Like I've seen her on TV or in the movies. She was that pretty. But it happened yesterday as well. So my brother-in-law is having a little bit of some health issues, and so we went to visit him in the hospital, and come to find out I knew his nurse. But it was out of context, you know. So it was somebody that I had some interaction with in my job. So I knew her from there, and she had moved on and gone to school and followed her dream and became a nurse, which is fantastic, I think. I'm a little bummed. You know, this neighborhood, it's a nice little walk, but this neighborhood is filled with the same old ficuses and bougainvilleas and giant birds of paradises and asparagus plants, just kind of the same shit over and over and over. I was really kind of hoping we'd see at least some good citrus trees, but there hasn't even been that. I haven't seen one pineapple guava tree, really nothing. People need to plant fruit trees. I think it's important. Nothing is better than going out and picking fruit off of your own tree. And they don't take that much care. Hi. Hi there. Oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. There he is. Hi. Guy was doing a good job protecting his property. He was letting me know who's boss and that I wasn't supposed to be there. I love dogs. I miss my dog so much. But maybe someday I'll get another one. For now, though, I think we need to take a little break. And there's a big hole in my heart, but oh geez, lots of traffic on this road. Big hole in my heart, but I think it's important to take a little time, do some traveling, and if and when a dog finds us, we'll know it's right when the time is right. You know what I mean? I'm almost home, so that's the end of today's walk. Wasn't really too interesting. We did some stuff. We saw a great little neighborhood. Oh, a Cybertruck. Blech. I love Teslas, but the Cybertrucks, not so much. Anyway, we saw a great little display in somebody's front yard, and we saw a lot of boring plants. But everyone have a great day, okay? Be good humans.